That's the big question at the moment right now. Anonymo giving them a hell of a task, and they're still on to take this upset.
Anonymo, it all comes down to what can they do in this pistol round. And from the get-go, we can see the amount of util that's coming through. Kyler and Snatchy picking that up. A lot of players going over to the B side early on, meaning that Davy is going to be the only A defender.
Straight pistol leaning in towards the mid control. Snacks held back. WG continues taking face to get information towards the second mid control. Anonymo super passive right now on their T-side default, trying to force out that first mistake, get the advantage above Movistar.
Well, they've already drawn out some of the utility, at least towards that top of banana position, try and see if they can get any more out from Des. You have to wonder how quickly they're going to be able to recognize this setup. Alex is going to get flashed in towards top of banana, struggling with the USP, does get away with a couple of kills. That is decent.
That might be enough, honestly. Innocent with the one trade back. They've seen where the bomb is. They'll keep the 3 players held back here on the B side, but they do get a goosh off to death, so that's a bit of a start back for Anonymo here. One trade, one tag, one low HP player. Death will reposition towards CT, gets smoked off by the likes of Innocent. So continues to hold the rotations back here. Would he commit with that bomb, though? He gets counter-naded and forced away.
Hey, this is a great rap play coming through from Rowland. They can decide to bring that bomb back to A if they like, or just wait for Rowland to get further in towards the B side and eventually just crunch in.
Well, Death has spotted him now. Moppers can turn his attention towards the player itself. Crossfire lock, Moppers will get his kill, and now they must realize it's got to be the B play. And Anonymo go for the counter rotate. So now Davy G, the player going forward, the aggressive peaks towards mid and second with the lone holder of the A site. They start to get an inkling as what's going on, however. They're going to peek in towards long. Moppa's already ready to receive them. Turned away from him, does get overwhelmed with the numbers. 2 players versus the 1 man. To a 3v2 we go. Davy G still held back over towards Pick, going to wait and bait, but Death catches the bomb carrier, and that should be enough. No time for Innocent now as Davy will catch off the exit. The final frag of the round, bringing a pistol for Movistar Riders.
Oh, that was a great peek in from Library for Des, because I was having a very funny feeling that they were going to offer up a bomb plant there for the T side. If they got over towards that back wall, there would have been nothing that Davy G could have done. He wasn't going to be able to defend the bomb from that pit position. They would have had to have played retake. Anonymo, though, whether it's a bomb plant or not, they're forcing it up, and we've seen over the course of this series just how often Anonymo have loved forcing up. It seems like it's part of their mentality and part of the protocols that they bring into the game.
Deagle's forced back, Tech 9 in for Kyler. Well, second round force for Anonymo without the bomb plant bonuses, you would expect. Nades down, dishing out some damage to the likes of Moppos. Movistar happy to press forward and look for the banana control. Not quite find those frags as of right now.
Yeah, got to be careful with completely overextending. Seems like it's a bait and switch. Don't often see this kind of position being held. 2 players out towards the logs. Probably just hoping that no molly goes out to that position.
There is one available for Kyler. He's very far away from that banana position, though, so for the time being, it's nothing that we'll have to be concerned about. It's not directly. Taps up with those Deagles again, looking into the apartments of Ral, and Kyler's alongside him. Molotov set and ready to go for the execution towards the A site when they're ready. 45 seconds, they're still looking for a pick.
Rowland's got a good deagle behind him, so keep an eye out for him with some of these trade frags. It's this bait and switch, though, they might not recognize.
And we've seen them both. Snacks comes up with a kill and turns on Alex as well. Sampire struggles to get anything out of this. Snacks makes it a triple and single-handedly overwhelms the B-sides.
Well, forget about Rowland's dig. What about Snacks's dig? I can't believe he's found a triple there, Jay. And while I want to give a lot of praise to Snacks, how is he not traded? That's a bait and switch. I can't believe that's happened. Even Rowland's looking for damage, and he's found a couple with the dig. Anonymo, what a steal that is. What a cracking force buy.
And just like how it was on map 1, we go back and forth for the first couple of rounds. Pistols gained, conversions stolen. Anonymo 1-1 against Movistar Riders, and now it's the CTs that are on the force buy. You're right, though. What a steal from Snacks in particular, man. 3 kills on that banana face. You said that bait and switch towards the woodstack corner should have been enough for Movistar to get it, but no. A great read from the veteran. Great shooting for his triple. A well-deserved round for him and Anonymo.
And now even for Innocent, this is a decent chance for him to start farming up some money if it's possible with that MP9. They still need to take it, though, with the mindset of, yeah, it'll be great to farm up money. It'd also be great to make sure we convert this round. Don't get into that back and forth nature any longer. Let's reset them. We'll get the rifle round into round 5. into this brackets position, we could just see how passive it is for Movistar Riders, both on the A and the B defenders. No one is really looking for an early fight.
The sprays through, Deagle's leaning first. Minute on the clock. The CTs just wait. Flashes in, Snacks will lean in as well. Out towards that long position, Davi's going to fall away. Whack over at Mini for the T's to take contact, and they're just converging in, just going to split their way into the site as soon as they see the players. They flash their way on. Now here they come. Death's on site. Needs to get these Deagle shots in. Neither him nor Davi can get anything out of this. 5v3 overwhelmed.
And even for Snatch, he's just hoping to cut the rotates off from Arch and Library. That doesn't even happen because Defs and Davi G fall down on the bomb site on the anchor rolls without even finding a pick. You're not going to go for that. Just hold on to your weapons, bring them into the next round. And for Anonymo, not even losing a player means for them, they can keep all the weapons in play, use that MP9 as a follow-up into the bonus round, into the next. Great start from them when you think that they lost pistol and responded back immediately.
Second up to the board for Anonymo. Deagle and Moppos can't get the exits. 2 taps, both miss against Innocent. There's not much they can do now for Anonymo to get the exits. They'll just keep their weapons in play, keep all their players in play. All 5 alive for the T side of Movistar, down to the Felico.
Yeah, Innocent probably holds the record for the most wackiest roster move last year when a poll went to Mad Lions. Complete Danish lineup. That was interesting.
Did it work?
But he's been sort of in and out of the Polish scene because he started off in the Polish scene. Remember him on like D&G, Kingwin. Then he went with like the international teams and Penta and Sprout, Tempo Storm, and then he's come back to the Polish scene again.
One of the gamut of organizations and teams right there. Like you just list off a bunch of names. It's like it's completely non-standard. Alas, here we are. Back in with Anonymo. Doing well so far in this matchup. The Deagles set on 3 players, USPs on 2. The team's walking up towards this banana position. They have got Alex as the solo holder. No, never mind. He's dead. Snacks just finds the pick easy. And the smokes go down for the execute basis.
And Moppos might try and spam through the CT smoke, hope to get lucky, get a pick or 2. Some damage being done onto Kyla. Everyone else, they might as well look for exit frags. Looking for as much damage in as possible.
The sprays on, Des catches Stacks 4 versus 4. Some Pius gets rolling with his Deagle. Hold on. Advantage now for Movistar Riders. Do they want to try their hand at this? I think they do.
Yeah, might as well. I think the AK's got to be really safe, but everyone else might as well have a crack.
Des has fallen. SMG spray from Innocent will keep him away from that CT entrance. The AK will be playing for exit frags. Well, so far away from the site, actually rotated all the way back away from Banana. Keep that weapon in over at the apartment. Stacks with his back turn. The Deagle and Moppos can get 1. Frank Innocent gets 2 players to return. So not terrible, honestly, for Anonymo. 2 players alive. 3 casualties sustained for the Anonymo camp. They get a free AK as well. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Hey, you'll take that. Opportunity now going into the rifle round to be able to get some Pius on the AWP and Body Kevlar, which you'll invest into. Try and get him involved as quickly as possible. Slow to start on Nuke. Really stepped it up towards the back end of the first half and going into the second. He's going to have to be a key entity moving forward out here on Inferno on the city side. Innocent, he's still rocking that MP9, even with the money flowing.
No reason to get rid of it. Get the value out to the weapon. Might as well. He's going to be first man out. Oh, the nades doing damage. Moppos could be cleaned up effectively by Innocent. He's missed his window, though. Innocent out of dodge. Smoke on. Counter flash forward. Alex, the first box, is caught by a headshot, and that's why you keep the MP9. For reasons like that, Moppos is so low as well. Innocent probably catches that frag as well. They haven't checked the boost, though. Snatchy drops that bomb, but Snacks turns around towards the trade.
Oh, they've even left Rallin as that late lurk and bottom banana to cut the rotates off from mid, which just aren't happening at all. That was such a good pre-fire, just realizing that Alex normally plays around that first and second Origins position with that sort of crossfire set and hearing the CTs run away. He just starts running into that angle and just start spamming away. And then even Snacks, yeah, they don't check the boost position straight away onto Mopos. They read it, eventually get that trade-off, and Movistar Riders just save.
Best thing to do, no cash in the bank. No way they're retaking, that's for sure. Innocent getting value out of that SMG, trading up to the AK that was dropped by Snatchy, so no foul, no loss. No worries for Anonymo. The T-side start has been fantastic for the Polish squad.
And they'll be happy with what they've been able to gain. Exact same scoreline of what they had on Ook. 4-1. See if they can stretch it even further and not have the disruptive nature of only getting an 8-7 half. Movistar Riders, knowing that quite a lot of players saved in, only a couple fell, just buy back. Give yourself that rifle round in full and complete going into round 6.
Guns up. Both teams heavy investing. Molotovs back into the apartments. They'll go. Innocent. Watch out towards that mid position. Davi. Smoke at the ready will try force him back. Won't be using it though. Alex. Back to turn towards him. He could line up 3. He almost did. Got the kill on Kyler. Innocent down at 10 points of HP. Will extend out towards the archers. Sun Pius now down towards the pit position. Will he engage against the T side? Innocent up against Mopos. He's landing his headshot. It's not going to happen. That HP differential is too high.
Yeah, I'm surprised he made that play with such low HP. The AWP even getting that pick out from that pit position. Davy G's got to try and turn away. Raul and try to see if they can bait Snacks to get through that moto smoke. So far, this defensive has been locked on solid, and Raul just hoping to find any more contact, any more kills, at least dealing with Davy G. So isolating that first, the bomb drop down to the open, the chance for the AWP to just swing out from pit, get that second round 2 from Movistar Riders. And for Innocent, if he was able to find that pick out from CT, I think that round could have been played out very differently. They could have slowed it down, forced in further rotations. As soon as they lost Innocent, that whole round just fell apart.
It was going to be a tough ask for him anyway, so I don't know why he didn't just play passive. Ultimately losing that fight, and as you mentioned, as soon as he goes down, the whole round goes down the toilet with him. Anonymo still in the lead for the time being. The guns are getting brought back in for them as well. Movistar getting 2 AKs out of that exchange. The AWP of Snacks look for that first pick. The Molotov, the CT side didn't quite land out to the banana position, so they can gain full banana control. Counteraction utility will enable a bit of an E-fault to come in from the Anonymous side. They're not going to go too aggressive with it though. They recognize that CTs might still be around here.
I am enjoying the way that Anonymo are playing on T-side here on Inferno. They're playing with no fear. They don't mind scrapping it out to take early map control, and it just makes it more difficult for Movistar Riders to make aggressive plays. You can see towards Banana, they've always struggled to overextend just because there's always been contact out from the logs or flashes over that half-wall position, and even the HGs and incendiaries they put down there towards Banana didn't find much damage.
Damage on Stacks and Stacks is 86 HP, and Innocent on 97, so tiny amounts. Alt leaning in for Snatchy. The Brackets entrance, hoping he can spot some CTs aggressive, but they're just passive across the Movistar Riders line as well.
Yeah, it could be an up spot. Try and get Snatchy in for a couple of flashes over the top. Fly him out. They will have to deal with that first contact of Davy G just on the end of the balcony and some Pice in the side.
Flash in, they pop out of apps, they overwhelm Davi. AWP of Alex can find that one trade alongside the double up. Some Pius gets involved. The bomb gets dropped and it's a 4 versus 2. 20 seconds and Snatchy is looking desperately to find one of these players here. Knows where Alex is. Surely can't engage against some Pius at the close quarters combat with the AWP. 10 seconds to get this bomb down. He peeks in. Snacks can find the pit. Grab that bomb, go for the default plant, but Snacks has fallen, so it's all on Snatchy to clutch this here. One frag in this map so far. Flashed off, completely blinded. Caught on the barrels, and Mopos will close him out.
Now, you could just see as well, even with that apps pop, yeah, they get a beautiful entry. They deal with Davy G on the balcony straight away. They're not able to make it uncomfortable for Alex or Pius in the site. So you've got that M4A1S player of Alex who's able to find a couple of kills, and Pius just stays alive for so long. Buys time for the rotations out from Moto and from that library position. Not really a way that Snatchy and Rowland can bring back that 2v4 position. Yeah, they get a bomb down, so an extra cash injection to get that buy forward. Movistar Riders looking like they really want to try and see if they can tie this up at 4 apiece.
Could be on to do so. Anonymo The guns are forced back into this round thanks to that bomb plant that Snatchy was able to get, so it wasn't completely wasted his efforts in that last round. Innocent set in with the smokes ready to extinguish the flames that are put out to the wood stack. They won't extend towards his position though, so they might think he's not even there. He'll get flashed in instead of second incendiary comes back. And he's still not been detected here. They still might think they're just completely opened up. Flashbang turned in. Great spray on towards the first kill. Not quite a 2K. Counter smokes. Innocent still going to push ahead of it. And Moppos can catch the player off guard. No. Innocent wins the double up. And the B site is open.
That's really well played. As soon as he realizes they're aggressing Banana, flash me, get me in, and he calls that information straight away. Kyler puts that flash up high, he runs through it, somehow even gets the double entry. Honestly, Jay, I'm not sure he should have been able to get that second. Knowing that he was already low, knowing the positional advantage from Moppos, that should have been a fairly easy trade. Instead, it goes the other way. They crack open the B site, and the 5th round is theirs.
Just in the midst of the chaos, Moppos couldn't quite line up the full-on spray, the full-on kill. And like you mentioned, that should have been a trade right there. That should have been a 4v4. Not to be at the end of it. And another save call called in for Movistar Riders. I don't blame them in this one. Got to keep the economy game in check and all the loss bonus sort of whittled down thanks to their 3 rounds. And they will have a bye in the next round because of the save itself. So I can see why they justify it. It does mean their chance of equalizing slips out of their fingertips and they're back to a 2-round deficit. Orps will stay in for these players. Anonymo should be in to buy around the drop weapon that they had on Ralen's part. The 1 AK for deaths could be the difference maker in terms of firepower.
And notice too that because the CTs have been saving a lot, their economy hasn't really been broken. So that's definitely helping out the case here. That's typical meta of Inferno of what we see right now is you lose bomb sites, you lose opening man advantages. A lot of instant save calls. We saw that in that previous. Movistar actually bringing the AWP over towards Banana early. Not aggressive, very passive on B with 3 players.
Nades up, damage done to Davi and the Snatchy. Davi taking the brunt of it. Flashes into brackets. Kyler will watch out for some peeks in a quad, from sure these 3 players will charge their way straight up into the arches. Some pies with his AWP in CT spawn will try and find an angle. Could get 2, only finds the 1. The peaks a bit staggered. The positioning perfect from Anonymo. Moppos looking for a double up of his own right. The M4 will isolate the AWP player. See where Kyler is as well. Needing to stabilize this headshot, but he can't get it together. So the 2-for-2 trade. Alex now on top of the sandbags can turn on the 1 player that's in the banana position. Snack still falls to his Innocent and Kyler, the last 2 players left, but Alex also on his lonesome. Needs back up to pincer in this T-side force while he holds off the site itself. Hen tucked away at the Shire. Flashbang in. Innocent caught by Death's bomb gets dropped. Kyler now known, making noise. And the 1v3 with Davi now to support his teammate. Death's even supporting from the CT cross itself. Headshot spotted out by Alex, who gets his rightful 2K and wins the rightful 4th round for Movistar.
Anonymo, one of these teams that have quite a lot of exciting T-sides. It's quite quick, it's pacey. We saw in that round, flash over the top, they get into brackets, they split into CT quite quickly. They trade out the AWP 1-for-1. The issue I have is how slow it gets after the contact is established. We saw that it got into a 3v3 position, and Innocent's just kind of sitting there in CT with the bomb, and it just allows that wrap play to come through. Snacks doesn't have any more support. He's by himself in Banana, so as soon as he loses that fight to the sandbags play of Alex, things get very difficult. And now for Anonymo, even look at the buy, that looks difficult.
Deagle and Mac 10, it's kind of on brand though, considering what we saw over on Nuke when they just forced and forced and forced. Get the AKs and AWP out at the very least, so there is firepower to play with. Early damage onto Alex with firepower. It's off Movistar Riders. 3 AK saved from that previous round, now working with the CT side. Team set up towards brackets and the apartments.
And they've left Innocent as a lurk down in this banana position. Everyone else is regrouped to look out towards this A play. And even Statue's quite wide with the AWP, just taking the brunt of the damage by the HE.
Oh, Davi, great shoulder bait. Forces Snatchy to fire away. And then they have the info of the Orcs position, where it's now in play as well. Kyler. Smoke set. Ready with teammates to pop out into the site. Moppos in the midst of the smoke put out on long. The flower beds not detected. They're going to walk out towards short. They might not be aware of that backstab coming in so effectively. Indeed, Mopos gets the kill. Death's on site, makes it two of his own. Looks up and sprays blind. Alex gets credited with a kill instead. Rallen now tapping his way on with an eagle. The 1v4 scenario for him though. Mopos will find his double actually, I should say. And it will be 5 to the board of Movistar Riders, equalizing against Anonymo, who are on the full eco.
It is T-side Inferno, which you have to keep in mind for context. It is still slightly disappointing seeing that Snatchy's only managed 1 kill in the first 10 rounds when he's had the AWP in his hands. Not every single gun round, but at least some of them. We saw in that one just getting caught off by the over-aggressing Mopos, playing on the end of that long smoke. Seemed as if for a moment the T's were watching out for it, but just catching a mistiming. And for Anonymo, everyone is in second mid, and davidg spotted a lot of them.
Pistols to the apartments outside of it. As you mentioned, the info was gained by Movistar Riders again. davidg doing well to get up to that apartment's position and now will hold his own at the entrance towards said position. I'm going to wait for contact. Flashes in. Innocent core. Alex kicks things off, and that probably should prompt Anonymo to make their move in. That's with another good frag back. davidg with 2 frags. Looking for the triple. Gets it. Easy mop up. Movistar Riders have the lead.
It seemed as if it was going to be another apps pop. Unfortunately, Snacks had the flash out from brackets, and he just gets peeked into. So there's not even a way that they can get that flash set up over the top. Tactical timeout coming through from Anonymo. Their first one here on Inferno.
Appropriate to do so. They just lost the lead. They've got guns out in the next round as well. Go for the buy up. Try and equalize against Movistar and continue to hold off here on the T-side line. Regain the lead if possible. Guns out, AWPs in. A standard AK saved on 2 more players from Movistar. They've been doing great at recovering these AKs. And it is working against Anonymo. They're struggling to deal with them.
And even with Anonymo being on a 6-map winning streak of Inferno, 5 out of 6 of those are 11+ rounds to the opponent. So pretty much every time recently, when we look at the form for Anonymo, it comes down to the wire. We never really get the blowouts on Inferno. We never really see the one-sided scorelines from them. And they'd love to be able to try and tie it up quickly. Movistar Riders, again, never really putting a lot of emphasis down on taking this banana control, just getting some of the early util forward, making sure they're not getting rushed. Not taking that map presence, though.
3 players on this B site. Flashing from Mopos might allow Alex to peek. They're waiting to counter something from Anonymo. When do they go for it? Waiting for info, the first shot for Sun Pius. Flashed in for the T side, connects to nobody on the T line. They could line up for the collapse. Sun Pius lands the tag on the player behind. Alex now swings, looking for the double and the triple. He only gets those 2 frags, so it'll be a 4 versus 2, still to the favor of Movistar Riders. That bomb in the open as the Molotovs go down to suppress it. Mopos in the back lines will put the smokes up to the broken wall, try and cut them off from rotation angles and try and force them into the B site. Death catches Snatchy, over aggressive. Rallen on 22. This round goes the way of Movistar.
Even Rallen's surely going to get peeked in by davidg. Does miss the timing, so there is a portion in which he can get up towards second mid undetected. Surely these footsteps are going to get heard from davidg. Even this lurk, though, it doesn't find anything. If he had the bomb, he could say, right, he's going to go down on the A side, get an extra cash injection. It's not going to happen.
You would have thought when the myriad of smokes being placed up there towards that cross angle, you would have thought that Rallen could snuck it away. If he was able to do so, this would be a bomb plot on the A site, at least gain some extra cash for Anonymo. For now, he's trying to save the weapon here because there's nothing in the bank for the T side. Unfortunately for him, the Movistar side will not go overextending too fast. They won't be able to catch him in the bedroom. They won't be able to attempt the wallbang shots. I mean, in theory, they could. Looks like he'll get away scot-free. There it is, Movistar with their 7th round now. Anonymo. Do they force here? Do they want to try to buy around the AK?
Yeah, they definitely could do. knowing the state it's been in. 3,400 loss bonus, though. I think they'll opt against it. Half buy is probably to the best of an extent. You've got a few players that are buying down quite low to $1,000. They're still going to give themselves a lot with 3,400 into the next. And if they could do some damage with this, try and see if they could take those AKs out of play for Movistar.
Okay, Death's engaging against Roland first. Swatting that boiler, that's info. Will it be a frag? Will Death expect this? Roland peek in. No, Death lands the shot. Perfect.
Even with that information play, you'd have felt as if that frag was definitely going to get presented, and instead it just doesn't at all. Peeks into the angle, loses the aim duel, and now for Anonymo, they've lost their prime weapon in a round like this.
So far out in the open, you can see it on Innocent's screen, how it's just been driven away thanks to that frag. It's all the way in the back wall. Flash turned away from Death's going to land that next kill. Sunpius, a known entity, but further rifles coming in to support the crossfire. Sunpius gets his frag in this one. The Eagle just can't do anything right here. Snacks does find at least one trade, but you can imagine this rifle gets picked up by the M4 or the AUG, preferably the M4 if possible. Snacks rotates back, has the bomb on his back, but Mopos now to cut him off at Banana. There it is. Shot lands. Frag found, 8th found, and a half found for Movistar Riders here.
And they're definitely a momentum-based team, Movistar. That's always how it's been with the Spanish lineups. You can see the height that they bring behind them. Knowing it's now been 5 rounds in a row for the CT side, and we haven't even seen a bomb plan, it doesn't look healthy at all for Anonymo in this state, knowing they're just getting rolled over, that they're finding a lot of success on the other way. And for Movistar Riders, don't count it out of the equation for them to get a 10-5 half and get double digits.
Warps ringing out, Mopos, 8K caught by Innocent, perfect headshot. No, Movistar trading blow for blow in terms of the good shooting accounts. It's opening frags to their respective sides as and when is necessary. Death's AK set over at quad. Turned away, ready for T-side players to give their angles up. Roland caught, the trade is good. Snatchy responds the same, maintains the advantage for Anonymo. And Davi might get forced back into the site, joining the likes of Sunpius here. His AWP spots out Snatchy, but only lands the leg shot. 30 HP is alive. Sunpius lands a tag on towards Snacks. Kyler returns the trade, so it's all left to Davi now in the corner of the site. Gets Kyler, looks for Innocent as well, doubles up, needs that triple in. Snatchy's extremely low, but the one bullet could be enough. He's still held back behind the wall, and Snatchy will find the one angle he needs. Alex alone, 1v2, can't see Snatchy, can't see Snacks. Will spot the gun barrel, spot the player, tap the head. Now look for the last man up in the graveyard. He lands his headshot, connects the round from Movistar, clutches it in the 2K, brings in 9 for the CT side.
Movistar Riders have been fantastic, superb when it comes to some of these clutch situations. It's happened before, it's happening again. Alex setting himself up and just reading the play to perfection, catching off the AWP, spotting out that gun barrel, and then looking straight over to Graveyard for that secondary player of Snacks. Anonymo, that whole round was so dry because they didn't have the util. They didn't have the flashes to get into brackets. They had to take a lot of dry fights. They did very well of getting themselves in a 4v2. They struggled against Davi G up into the corner with that AUG. And then once they're finally trading, you feel as if, okay, the round is done. And then Alex just clutches. That's heartbreaking for Anonymo.
Movistar really have come alive in these last few rounds. On the contrary, this is heart-making for them. Hangs up early. Look at the aggression coming in towards second mid of the apartments here for Alex and Davi G. They will lose Davi, but Alex gets 2 on the turn. All for Sunpius now looking ahead of the Molotov, expecting a player to come out from the mid control. Sees that one, gets the flick in. It does miss out. He does know they've crossed out towards Banana, and now they'll put Mopos and Deaths on notice. Incendiary in the hands of Deaths, ready to siphon off the bomb plant position. Mopos on the top of the first boost. Got Snatchy to get. He'll get him. Nice and efficient. 2 players remaining. He'll burn Soul Innocent. Get tagged up by the sprays. It continues facing to catch this player off, but blinded by the flashes and the further utility coming in for the CT side. Backstabs locked in all sorts of players across this site defensive. Innocent can't see anyone, can't catch anyone. Some Pious finally traded, but Death swings in and look for snacks. Innocent could make his way back towards that A site. That might be the ward play for Anonymo, but Moppos could also see both of them past this smoke, and he makes his way ahead of it. He sees them both, gets the perfect shots in, and finds the 10th round to close out the half of Movistar Riders going into their T side. His last chance saloon for Anonymo after the break.
You'd have to imagine that Anonymo need a snatchy special here, Jay. Movistar Riders, when you think that they were down 1-4, they ended up the half at 10-5. The streak of rounds was fantastic of 8 in a row, 9 out of the past 10. Momentum is building at an all-time high, and now looking at the pistol round, seeing the util out for Defs and Davy G, if they can get some pace behind them, getting a good start in the second half may just be the round breaker.
Well, pistol round to start us off here for our second and final half of this game and of the day in general. 10-5, of course, if you're just joining us, for Anonymo to make up, and they're going to start things off on the right foot. Rolling with that kill out towards second mid, catches Alex first and foremost, and the CTs are pressing the converge across the mid control. It's Moppos out there, Julie's in, Stacks gets Davy G, all important frag finding Moppos as well as he doubles up. Innocent to continue to converge in against him. Des gets that one trade, finally removes Stacks from play, and doubles up towards Innocent's part. Kyler's still here with the headshot angles. USP locks out the bomb carrier, locks out his backup, gets his own 2 frags, and gets the pistol, an all-important one for Anonymo.
I love the way of how positive that was for Anonymo. You've just been slammed. You've just given them 8 rounds in a row. They come out there. They allow Rowland to aggress up into sort of that bedroom area, out from Boiler. He spots the bomb, drops that first player. Snacks has then got the confidence to run down from Banana, get those Julies finding some impact, and then leave Kyler as that bait and switch out from the Logs position to get the job done. Anonymo starting off with their 6th.
Pistol straight up for Movistar Riders, the Glocks. No choice but to take those into this 17th round, take it on the chin. See where they go with their guns out in the next. Of course, SMGs for Anonymo should farm up a lot of cash, you must imagine. Ideally want to get those SMGs involved forefront of the round. It's passive from Movistar, though. They're not going to give away anything. At least the 2 players aggressing in Banana are MP9s.
There were a couple of times that Rowland invested the Zeus over this series. We're now seeing it up for some bias. One of those weapons, up close and personal, can definitely find a pick and try and recover a weapon. And these SMGs, though, knowing there's so many of them, there's no way that you don't get eco-farmed.
Frag on. Frag for Snacks. First fire. Snatcher comes up with his frag. Alex can trade it at least. The Zeus of Sunpius goes very far wide and does not connect to Rowland at all. Kyler comes up with a frag against him and is back up and Alex towards second mid. So all kills coming in on SMGs. Do lose Snatchy for it. The money has still been built up though.
Yeah, perfect opportunity now. Getting those rifles forward, trying to see if he could put the pressure back on. And for Anonymo, I like they're taking the tactical right here. They're using this as a bonus round. Snatchy was the only player to fall, so if he really wants, he can go glass cannon with the NWP. It's ballsy, though, and he's going to opt against it. He's not going to quite go high risk.
We do need to see some good stuff from him, though. Tactical pause taken by Anonymo. They're second in this map-up. Like they're 3rd or 4th of the day so far. They haven't been using them at all against Movistar Riders. I mean, to their credit, in map 1, they didn't need to. The comeback is on for the CT side. Can they just grind against Movistar? Can they just get those extra few rounds to even up? There's 3 in the difference. 2 M4s, 3 MP9s, 4 AKs, and 1 Galil. Set up of both teams. We start putting Mopos as the first sacrificial lamb towards Banana.
Now, Cannonade back in isn't going to do any damage at all. Instead, counter utilities trying to come through for Anonymo. Might be able to do some decent chunks down onto Mopos. It all just comes down to the early contact and whether this smoke starts to dissipate and there's just a wide swing by the Galil.
Oh, Snacks beautifully done. Finds Mopos and just falls right back out of position. Smokes off that cross. Nades on position in case someone is also aggressed. They do lose the Galil in that one, so it's not massive Movistar Riders. But it's another SMG frag to set up Anonymo with money and the advantage.
Yeah, rather than being on the back foot, you can just see the way that Snacks is waiting for that opportunity to aggress forward. Might even be able to find a multi-frag. Alex up close and personal. Gets that 1-for-1 trade. Still works out well for Anonymo.
Innocent setting up the smoke here to put it down towards that main entrance. He's got backup right behind him. Puts the smoke up. Deaths. Doesn't find a gap in the left-hand side on it. So one of the right eye of a flashbangs forward. So Pius catches that directly in the face. There won't be no further peek for Anonymo. It's just a case of holding back passive. 30 seconds, and Movistar need to go for this.
They've got no molly, so there's no way they could force the Nubox player out. And even for Innocent, he knows what's going on here. They can start rotating a player over. Time is low. The entries need to come through now.
Need those rotations back from the backup on the A side. They still think it might be a fake. Utility coming in now should indicate Innocent and Snatchy to hold up against. Innocent does get another good SMG frag. The bomb should go down from here, so it's still the man advantage maintained. Innocent can't deny it, unfortunately. The retake is on.
And they've still got a flash to try and work with, and even for Rowland with that smoke starting to clear, he knows that both the T-side players are still trapped in the side. They haven't got to Banana.
And there's Davy with the AK shot on towards Innocent, takes a bit of damage for it, but brings it into a 2 versus 2. Second player also moving up to the top of the position. Rowland's got to find the pick, and indeed he does. The AK spray goes right, and it's Pius now against 2. Diffuse kit in on Kyler. He takes the fight on Rowland, wins it. SMG v AK, and the spray is barely held together for the 2K. And the first round of the half of Movistar Riders.
Oh my goodness, another Movistar Riders clutch to add to the tally. They are winning so many of these clutches over the course of the series, and out of anything, that's probably hurting Anonymo the most, just knowing how many 1vx situations have been converted by the Spaniards.
The tactical timeout for the third time called in by Anonymo, knowing they lost quite the amount in that round. The economy is still good for them. They can still go for a buyback. It is lopsided, though. The overall money line, the total money line, I should say, is great. This issues like Snatchy on $1,900, Rallen's at $3,000. If they buy, it will be a harsh buy because there's not enough cash to drop for the likes of Snatchy. You might have to just take it on the chin. Either that or someone goes with 2 SMGs or something. It might just be an eco to get them up to speed here. Deagle from Kyler. Nades on Snacks and Rallen and Innocent. And yeah, it will be an eco to get Snatchy back up with them.
I almost wonder if this is like a double bluff, right? That they know how many times Anonymo are forced. That if you're reading the economy for Movistar, you're thinking, oh, they might buy, they might not. And they've taken a tactical. So are they expecting a force buy now?
Could that lull them into a full sense of security, or will that throw them to trip themselves over themselves? I'm not certain. Anonymo focusing on the A-site stack, seeing nothing, will counter-rotate back. The Deagle is on the backstab as well. Kyler is going to find so much of the apartments, and now the CT is a little bit far away from the B site. They haven't set up for the stack entirely. The taps from Innocent in the back lines will tap. Not getting any tags or frags. They are getting some damage here and there. The bomb should get planted. Meanwhile, Kyler engages out towards that banana position, sees where Des is, can't land the headshot. Taking a couple more pop shots, he's smoked off angle.
And just try and catch him in the sight. This is all that Anonymo are going to be hoping for now, is just exit kills. Try to see if they could drop some of these T-side weapons. If they can somehow manage to pick up one of these AKs or a Galil, that would be even better.
In the bracket, then we get the exit. Snatchy's back's turned. Not being covered off at CT by his teammates. Mac 10 of Alex finds Stacks as well. Mopos also in with his own. Mac 10 find Rallen. Transfer back towards the second man. It's some Pies that gets Innocent instead. And Kyle left alone towards the back of Bernardo. They know that they cleared that out. They know the last player was out there, and so they can escape with their lives. Pretty much unscathed there for Movistar. Decent effort for Anonymo, but sort of flip-flopping between stacking A and B. Doesn't matter. The guns are out for this round. This was their focus.
And we've seen that the last two officials that Movistar Riders have played on Inferno were actually on LAN. So trying to see if they can bring that experience against Saw and Sinners in two completely different events back here to the online circuit for Anonymo, getting the double orbs out. And this has been something that I was hoping to see a lot more. We saw it briefly on Mirage, but Anonymo's double orbs are incredibly strong.
Nay's body blocked her there by the CT forces. They'll get out of dodge because of how close Mopos is. Snatchy's AWP does not find the pick. Falling back to the back of the A site, his teammates holding their own positions. Movistar set up in Banana.
You'd have to imagine trying to see if they can pull Innocent's nades out to this top of Banana position is going to help them out into the later round. Resmoke goes down, 1:17 on the clock. No rotation in. It does feel as if Snatchy's making a play into brackets. He's going to say it's clear, but they're starting to act.
AK's in. It's M4 that finds the kill onto Dabby. Innocent can double up as well. A WP of Snacks continues watching 1 or 2 in play in this round, removing the rifles out from the T-side line. Caught on the reload though. Innocent's going to fall to Mopos. The AWP is stacked. Still holding back towards Dart. Not for much longer though. Mopos picks him up, picks up the AWP, and Snatchy trades him. Kyler comes in from Banana at the right time to deal with Alex. And it will be an 8th for Anonymo. No bomb plant for Movistar.
And that was really held well by Innocent. You could see him playing out from that second Oranges position. Snacks is playing deep, out from Dark, in from Pillar, really deep into the bomb side. You need your M4A1S to step up, and Innocent does that. He gets a couple of kills, sets the AWPer up, allows those rotations to come in quickly, and for Movistar Riders, they're going to know, all right, we dropped one of those AWPs. Did they invest a second? Maybe not.
much map control as possible. Smoke in from his teammates, going to keep him away from the player out towards second mid. He even gets a second frag for his own. Alex will find the trade and keep the advantage. Movistar Riders here, a 3-on-2. A has been opened up. Kyler, the detect against the likes of Death Series, just spraying through those smokes, hoping to catch somebody blind. Death just waits with smoke in hand of his own right, now spotted out by that Naze Arch. Still wins that fight against Kyler, looking for the second man of Innocent. Now in a 1v3, he's found that first, on for the retake.
Even Alex putting that molly down, just going to slow the rotation. Innocence has to go out towards a long position instead.
You heard the guns being tossed around there as well. They know that you're coming in from brackets, so they'll set themselves up with a crossfire that counts for both long and short. AK set towards long, looking up for Innocent's headshot. He's got an AK of his own. One of the site has no info to play with. Does not see the individual. Now he does. Now they know what's going on. Incendiary back there. Trying to force Alex away. Did it land? I think it was a bit too deep, actually. Yes, it doesn't quite force him out. And Innocent knows now he's got no further time left to go for these kills in the retake. Save his weapon. Get out of the rounds. Concede 13 to Movistar.
Oh, what a round for daviG. Oh, so from some bias, I should say, to be fair. I mean, even for daviG, I'll give him some credit because he locked out A and got the information straight away, so they're able to bring that bomb over, no problem whatsoever. Just the AWP play, though, from some bias. He's one of those players that if you need impact in a certain round, most of the time he's going to be able to do it for you. He plays down quite passively, watching that mid-angle, and the CTs just overextend, and even though Snacks finds somewhat a good level of success, it's the NWP that's winning out the trades.
And Tactical comes in from Movistar of all teams. First one called in this matchup. Just to let it simmer for Anonymo, perhaps. Not a lot in the tank when it comes to the economical basis. The AK for Innocent is going to be vitally important to this next round. But again, the question I ask is, do they force around it? They're on double eco status for players like Snatchy, so I think they might just do so.
Yeah, Snacks could buy down quite heavy, get himself an M4. Snatcher going to be on that scout. And again, it's a shame to see the star AWPer of this team really not finding a lot of form on this last map of Inferno. I thought that this was going to be his breathing ground to really start coming alive like he did on that first map. And there's still rounds to work with. Down 8 to 13, this force buy's got to be successful.
You got to think as well, the fact that he was such a star on maps 1 and 2. We're talking about him having MVP level performances in this series, and that's just not happened right here. Kyler Deagle out instead becomes the MVP of this round for the time being. That's an Alex quickly find those trades and move those players from play in the apartments. So 4v3 gain, hard rotate back for Anonymo. That bomb's yet to commit, though. It could still easily go to the B site, and it would be completely unprotected. Snatchy. The scout to get pushed away by Death, so again, he's doing his best to force them back out of the site. Sampires takes a fight against Frano and wins it. 2 left standing now for Anonymo.
Yeah, back off. There's just no way you can win this round. You gave it a good effort for the aggression in from the apartments. Unfortunately, even with Kyler getting that first pick, they don't get anything with it. Snacks falls, Kyler falls, Rallen the same, so Snatchy and Innocent just hold on to weapons, bring it into the next. And for Movistar Riders, it just felt as if it was that streak of rounds in the first half that really got them back again. There was a portion there where they won 8 in a row. They won 9 out of the past 10. They've come into the second half, and there were some glimpses here or there for Anonymo, winning the pistol, winning that anti-eco round, winning 1 rifle round, but that's been it. And knowing that that was a force buy right there for Anonymo, it's going to have to be an eco into the next. So Movistar Riders, you would have to imagine it's a somewhat free pass to 15 rounds.
14 to the board.
Do they just stitch us up and buy it, Jay?
I mean,
they might do.
I feel like it's possible, given how Anonymo have taken their stances in these rounds and these force buys, especially over on map 2. It wouldn't shock me, but they're not going to. They are just going to stick with those 2 save rifles, get the eco in, leave 15 for Movistar, and try go 7 in a row to take us to overtime.
Yeah, it's a difficult prospect to think about. They gotta know to themselves that damage is everything in a round like this. Try and get another rifle, see if you can get another weapon, and Innocent at least boosted up over the top. Already, though, for Movistar Riders, they're starting to get map control into brackets and towards the apartments.
Innocent and Snacks tagged heavily already. The AK is still ahead of the broken wall, though. He might be able to catch off Mopos. He's looking in at that wood stack. There's a gap on the right-hand side of that smoke, and Mopos can abuse it, find Innocent, take that rifle down, and follow suit on Kyler and Snacks to move the AK from play for a second time. Catch off Snatchy as well, going hunting for the ace, in fact. Might as well go for it here. Have that AK himself, Glock pulled out. Look for that weapon, get the shot on Ron, doesn't even need the automatics. The Glock is more than enough. Snatchy finally domes him, finally takes him out of play. But he's done more than enough to win the round for his team. It's map match. And at this point, quarterfinal point for Movistar Riders. They need just one more to move forward to the qualification game.
What a performance this has been from Movistar. What a turnaround. When you think about the way they got slapped about in map 1, they come into Nuke. Even though the first half isn't that great, they step it up into the second, and they've come here on Inferno. Again, slow start characteristic. They turn it around quickly. The economy game just really starting to spiral out of control, up and up. So much money to work with. And for Anonymo, it's all about survival. 7 in a row for OT. It's tough.
Sat in with the automatic weapons across the board. If it's do or die time, that time is now. And Rarlan will die. First and foremost, Mopos picks up that kill, and they've escaped towards long before Statue can get there and try and get the trades. He's got some fires out towards brackets, and he's still not ready for that individual. Kyler gets that one responsive, but Death drops in against him and drops him out of the round, probably permanently out of the match. Innocent and Snacks a 2v4, and Mopos will lean in for more. Here the player coming, look for the headshot. Doesn't quite win that fight. That's the way in and they need it, but the bomb's gone down.
Even the re-smoke. Look at the util that's got out to the moto position. This just slows it down even further. And some Pius, he's thinking about an aggro play. They don't even know about the mid flank either. Alex
is keeping himself hidden. They're still going to spot him, and Alex will start closing. He's starting to close in right now, though. Got to catch this individual. Innocent can get a trade, so here we go. 2v2, but they're dead out of time. They've got to move now. Spot out players to the backlines to the corner. Dex gets the shot on Innocent, and some Pius will close out on Snacks, make it 16-8, and a 2-1 series that Movistar will take, knocking Anonymo into the bracket and moving forward to the qualifying match in the ESL Pro League Conference.